Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First, let me introduce about myself. My name is Fitriatul Husnah, and I'm from class 4B, English Education Department. In this occasion, we will discuss about interlanguage. Discuss about a journal, and the title of the journal is Interlanguage Pragmatic Learning Strategies, or IPLS, as predictors of L2 speech and knowledge, a case of Iranian ELF learners. Okay, now we will enter to introduction. One prominent individual difference or ID that exerts influence over the acquisition of pragmatic knowledge is pragmatic learning strategies, or interlanguage pragmatic learning strategies, or IPLS. Interlanguage pragmatic learning strategies include memory, cognitive, metacognitive, social, and affective variables, as well as compensatory techniques and procedures that are specifically responsible for gaining, retaining, managing, organizing, and seeking pragmatic knowledge in the target language. Next is about literature review. Because interlanguage pragmatic development demands intensive scrutiny and meticulous speculation on the nature of the involved learning strategies, which are specifically responsible and determinant, the present studies ought to investigate the contribution of the main IPLS to learners' speech and knowledge. Specifically, the present study aims to answer the following two research questions. Number one, how well do IPLS contribute to Iranian EFL learners' speech and pragmatic knowledge? And number two, which type of IPLS is a stronger predictor of pragmatic knowledge? Next is method. For participants, a total of 361 intermediate to advanced EFL learners selected from among 406 students took part in the present investigation. These participants were selected from two state universities, 185 learners studying either English language teaching or translation at Imam Khomeini International University of Qazvin, selected from an initial sample of 205 and 176 EFL learners majoring in either English language teaching or literature at Golestan University. Gorgan chosen from among 201. Next is for instruments. This study employed three major data collection instruments. First is the Michigan Test of English Language Proficiency, or MTELP, as a homogeneity test. Next, multiple choice discourse completion test, or MDCT. And number three is the interlanguage pragmatic learning strategies, or IPLS inventory. And next is for data collection procedure. So the current study was carried out in some consecutive steps. First, MTELP as a homogeneity test was administered to 406 Iranian EFL learners at two state universities. Then Tajuddin and Malmir's 2015 MDCT of Common English Speech Acts was answered by the participants in a separated session. A week later, the IPLS inventory was distributed among the learners. participants had not completed one or two of the used instruments as asked by the researchers, and accordingly they were excluded. And the total number of the study sample was reduced to 361 learners. And next is about data analysis. Both descriptive and inferential statistics were used for data analysis. Mean standard deviation, Cronbach's alpha reliability indices, skewness, cultures, and normality figures and plots were calculated and joined using the SPSS program version 2023. Kolmogorov, Smirnov, and Shapiro-Wilkes normality tests and Leibniz homogeneity tests were also employed. The multiple regression was employed twice to examine the contribution of different types of interlanguage pragmatic learning strategies to Iranian EFL learners' speech and pragmatic knowledge. Okay, for the result, descriptive statistic for the performance of the study participants on the MDCT and the IPLS inventory and its subsections are given in table 1. So as you can see on the table 1, there is descriptive statistic of learners' scores on MDCT and IPLS inventory. Next is for ANOVA test for the contributions 6 types of IPLS to L2 speech act knowledge. So as you can see on the table 2, there is the result of ANOVA test for the contribution 6 types of IPLS to L2 speech act knowledge. Next is the result for coefficients for the contributions of 6 types of IPLS to L2 speech act knowledge. So as you can see on the table 3, there is coefficients for the contribution of 6 types of IPLS to L2 speech act knowledge. Okay, next is about discussion and conclusion. This study referred to important findings. First, all 6 types of interlanguage pragmatic learning strategies were significant contributors to L2 speech and pragmatic knowledge, with social and cognitive IPLS proving to be moderate contributors. And the second, the metacognitive and memory IPLS were fair predictors of L2 speech and pragmatic knowledge. However, compensatory and affective IPLS were very weak predictors. The present study concludes that interlanguage pragmatic learning strategies can significantly contribute to EFL learners' knowledge of the common L2 speech acts, and that the metacognitive and memory IPLS were poor predictors of L2 speech act pragmatic knowledge. Nonetheless, compensatory and effective were very weak predictors. The findings of the current study have some pedagogical implications for EFL teachers, EFL learners, and SLR researchers in the field or pragmatics. Okay, I think that's all from me. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.